Hello and welcome to a rather forgotten series, I'm sorry. It didn't sit quite right with me that I completely dropped the previous ongoing series as soon as version 66 came out. So what I did, I released one episode after version 66 came out because I already recorded that one. And then I was thinking about finishing the series, but the problem with that was I just don't have the time to keep the version 66 series running and this one, so I thought I'll do a little thing, something a bit different. I just finished this playing it on my own. I reached the goals we set out to do. We have 3 Cantor havens in our town and we made the Cantors happy, so they started to join us. So what I'm going to do is I will show you how my city looked in the end, give you an update on what happened, and then we are going to use those Cantors we have and we are going to make some meat smoothies out of the enemy. So in the city itself, you will still recognize it, even though a few things have changed. I'm quickly disabling all the icons so you can see more clearly. We also don't want any citizens. So our city is... We started over here, and in the last episode I think I built the courthouse and we built this district over here. So not that much changed. I'm quickly disabling the UI so I can show you a bit. And we can move a bit through the city. So we started our playthrough over here. This was our starting area. And then we expanded and we're having some bakeries and other stuff over here, and we expanded into the mountain. Over here is our civilian mine, if you remember. The city is rather nice looking, mainly due to the fact that I invested heavily into cut stone and beautified our roads. There's some plazas which give awe, and we need to awe our citizens, so the Cantors decide to join us. Over here is our courthouse, where people get judged. Right next to the courthouse is our gigantic temple to a Fury. We have some statues all over the place. Roads. We built a grand arena over here to make our people happy. There's a crypt right next to the grand arena. So our gladiators who get killed but are like... Our gladiators who win the fight but die to the wounds afterwards, they get put into the crypt, and the losers get the mass grave down here. Then, since I was raided quite a bit, I decided to build a little castell. So there's a small keep. Our throne is over here. As you can see, we are getting quite a few taxes, and our warehouses are too full to store it all, so it gets dumped on the ground over here. We have another square. Then here's our training grounds, where you can see a few Cantors. The big fellas over here are currently training, and the dungeon is here. Down on the southern portion of our settlement, not much changed. I think I did show the last of the expansions when it came to food production. We don't have a lot of food production in this village, which is due to the fact that we did expand on the world map and we don't need to produce too much food. As you can see, there's tons of stuff being dropped on the ground over here. At the moment we are importing 4,000, we are getting 4,000 stone in taxes every day. Before it was grain, before that it was wood, and I'm just switching production over because I don't know, we have no way to spend that much wood. We're producing tons of cut stone every day, 218, so that would that is what enabled us to build all the squares and the nice roads. I've even started to upgrade my buildings into grand buildings, just to keep the Cantors happy. At the moment we have 62 Cantors in our city. Lots of them are training up to be soldiers. We have more Cantors than the ones here, because some of our Cantors are out on the world map campaigning. So let's quickly take a look at the world map. We started over here in Donderville, and I think the first settlement we took was Sardis and then New Leobrook. We expanded a bit. We have 8 regions overall, so not too big. A nice little realm we have here. In Sardis we are producing a small tickle of grain, vegetables, it's mainly used for coal and 1 physician's guild. New Leobrook is providing us with tons of civilian ore and some regular ore. Vermogenstad is our wood production for now. Prachtland is mainly fish, I think, fish and clay. Löwenstadt is giving us some stone. This settlement is pretty useless, it's too infertile and too small, so we just have a physician's guild over here. Our best and most important settlement is probably Juvenster. It's level 4 and we get 3500 stone over here and 89 gems. And Lavramen over here also is providing us with gems, so we're making lots of bank. And this little army over here consists of 49 soldiers, but it's 49 Cantors with 8 plate armor and 8 warhammers. As you can see from the stats down there, they are very heavy and they pack a punch, quite literally. Warhammers are multiplying on force, so I thought I'll just show you what happens when we fight someone, because those Cantors, let's just say they like to turn our enemies into red mist. Let's see if we can fight them. As you can see, the auto-resolve is already telling us that we would win this. So I would lose about 5 men and kill 1958. So the game engine is valuing Cantors quite highly. But we are not here to auto-resolve anything. We are going to take personal command, and I'm going to show you what some trained and well-equipped Cantors can do to enemies. Okay, the only problem are those catapults. They will hurt. So this is the setup. Our 50 guys are fighting 2000. We're having quite... The catapults are the only thing that will give us some trouble. So what we are doing is we will move our Cantors as close as we can. And we'll start the battle and we'll just move forward. And let's see if they can stop us. Archers are also a bit problematic. They will shoot at us and do some damage, which we can't undo. But now my Cantors get to smash in. The enemy is charging me, which is quite foolish. And what you can see there is my Cantors punching people. That's that force multiplier I was talking about. So every time my Cantor is punching someone, they get flung around. They are charging me, which is a bad idea, because my Cantors are literally stone giants. And now my Cantors are surrounded, so it's easier to fight. A target-rich environment, you might call it. Those blood splatters you're seeing is when a Cantor is connecting with its hit. Just means the enemy gets basically deleted. I think the rest of his army is archers, so that's a bit problematic. As you can imagine, my Cantors are not the fastest. For now, we've killed a few people, no one lost yet. And my Cantors are doing what they do best. They stomp on people. Sometimes a few guys get splattered around. Must be quite a sight to see. Like, imagine your general telling you, okay, charge in there, and there's like 1,000 of your guys just getting thrown around and blood splattering everywhere. I don't know if I would charge if my general ordered me. I mean, if you are if you get thrown like over halfway through the map. There was that was a person once. The only thing that would make it more funny is if those flung corpses could actually hurt someone else, so they could just throw the corpses so far through the map that they become artillery pieces. My Cantors are feeling fine, morale is okay, dropping a bit. But every time they make meat smoothies out of the enemy, the morale shoots up again. So, I mean, it's a bit like in Game of Thrones, where in the Battle of the Bastards, you can see that one giant being like really stupid and trying to punch people. This is if they would have given that giant a big hammer. I don't think anyone could have held him back. So my Cantors did kill around 200 people already. The ground is turning into a nice shade of red. From time to time there's brain matter and other organs flying around. One Cantor died, which is a tragedy. Those Cantors, they get up to 1,000 years old, so let's speed it up a bit, just so we can enjoy the carnage. A few enemies decide to run, a rather how do you say, I can relate to that decision. Yeah, a few more get thrown around. The only problem will be to catch all those archers. Will be pretty much impossible. So the auto-resolve probably would have given me a better result than fighting this, but then we wouldn't have seen this beautiful thing. Okay, let's kill the catapults. They do a lot of damage, and we don't want to take a lot of damage. My Cantors are forming up. They will punch those catapults once or twice and they are gone. The enemy's charging me and immediately running away. Also a relatable decision. Okay, he is charging me and not even making contact until his people run away. Let's try to catch those guys. Okay, let's just run over there. They are running away. And now the cat and mouse game is starting, as you can see, which is rather annoying. Once we make contact, they are immediately scattered and run to the hills. If we just stay there, they would smatter us. Okay, I just need to go near them and all the people decide so. So, if I'm running close to them, they're like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Okay, let's remove the UI. It's pretty sad. I would have enjoyed to get to see a bit more of the smash-in, but my Cantors only run near and... I mean, after seeing that display, I think it's understandable. And that's it. Victory. A few spoils. Pretty sad that we lost the Cantor, I have to be honest. But we did even better than the auto result was telling us. Okay, I think I'll make peace here, I'll make a cut and I'll try to find a more worthy opponent than 2,000 people. That's too little for our Cantor. Okay, this is more like it. Our Cantors over here, we have 54 fully trained, fully equipped Cantors. And they are fighting the small enemy of 5,000. Quickly enabling the UI for a moment. So, these are our enemies. And those are our boys. Let's see if we can do it. I think our chances are not too terrible. I don't see any Cantors on their side. I don't see any Argonauts, so should be an easy fight. What we are going to do is we will move over here and we will sit there and stay there. And hopefully we're gonna smash lots of heads. So for this fight I will disable the UI and... Okay, not right now, I have to... First of all I have to start. I have to unpause, I think I can control it. Okay, no, I have to unpause it here actually. Okay. Our Cantors are moving out. We don't want to fight in the river. My people are too heavy. The enemy is charging us. Quite a bad idea. And that's how it goes. They will try to surround us. But once again, we love being surrounded. Gives us a target-rich environment. And we don't have to look for the enemy. It's also always a bonus. So I will just speed this up a bit. This will take a while. And we can look at the beautiful carnage our Cantors are unfolding over here. I just saw he has Cantors of his own, but they are less armored than mine. So we have not lost a single Cantor yet. As you can see, things are going rather smoothly. That's what it must be like to, I don't know. There was a Peter Jackson movie where it was a splatter zombie movie, and I can remember one scene in the end where the protagonist takes a lawnmower, holds it up in front of him and walks through the zombie horde. So this seems to be about the same. Tragedy has struck, we have already lost 5 Cantors. I think it's due to their catapults or archers. Still quite a few enemies left, we've killed about half of them. Now his Cantors are charging me again, which could lead to some trouble. If we break this unit, I think we can win. If this unit breaks us, obviously we lose. Victory, 54 versus 5,400 around. Not a problem for my stony boys. As you can see, there are a few spoils to be had. So I think you can now understand why I wanted to do this playthrough and wanted to get some Cantors, because it's just fun. I mean, is it balanced? Probably not, but hell yeah, it's fun. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry that this playthrough was so rudely interrupted by version 66. All the people who still watched, thank you so much, and check out my version 66 playthrough. Maybe we're getting some Cantors there too. I'll try at least. So thank you for watching and see you the next time. Goodbye.